So welcome back to another race day vlog. Today's the day of the Alicante Half Marathon. So 12 weeks of training has led to this. I have 3 races now back to back, and I'm very excited to kickstart it with the Alicante Half Marathon. And technically this wraps up my training block. Really excited to get out there today. We have, fingers crossed by the looks of it, a little bit of cloud coverage. If it can just stay there for the first 3 or 4 miles, I will be very happy. The sun can come out after that, but this could be a blessing. We've had a lovely week here, and I'm excited to wrap things up with the race. Well, actually, we got in on Wednesday. I've got a couple of runs done. It has been super warm, super hot, but this morning feels a little bit cooler. Even though the temperatures are meant to be higher today, I'm hoping this cloud coverage this morning will be good. So let me talk you through what we have done this morning and what we've got to come. So got up at 5:30, race starts at 9:30. So I got up 4 hours before, started eating 3.5 hours before, had my porridge with my chocolate spread, as I always do, and my Sturka drink mix. So that was the first batch of food that went in me, and I had that slowly over the next half an hour. So I just gently let that get into my stomach and wrap that all up with about 3 hours to go. 2 hours out, I had my bicarb, as I have been using since late last year. This is about the 6th or 7th race I've been using it now. So I've got that in the system, had a few glasses of water, feeling really good, fit, fresh and ready. It is now currently 8:37, so I have around about 53 minutes until the start line, and the last thing for me to put in the system is the caffeine, and that is going to come in the form of a Morton 100 Caf Gel and a Ketone IQ shot. Both of these have 100 milligrams of caffeine in. I just spread them out a little bit, so I'll have this one around 35 minutes before the race, and I have this one around 15 minutes before the race, and I get those in, and that will be it. My plan of attack now is to just get the final bits ready, head out the door in about 10 minutes maybe, because the start line is literally just over there. So it's going to be a really nice, easy, gentle jog walk for me to the start, and I can't wait. It's been a super relaxing morning. Overall, feeling fit, feeling fresh, feeling hopeful the cloud coverage stays. If it does, we could be in for a good day. If not, we will just give it our best. All I'm thinking right now is last year I travelled to Barcelona and was sick before I went out there and couldn't race. This year I have travelled and I am healthy at the start line. I am beyond grateful. There's a part of me that wants to go for time targets and shoot for fast goals, and the other part of me is just saying, be grateful. You're here, you're experiencing what you want to experience, and that is going to be in the back of my mind as we go through this race. So without further ado, we'll get the cap on, take the camera out there, and we'll take you with us. And whilst we take on the caffeine and get warmed up, I want to say massive thanks to COROS for sponsoring this video. I've been using their Pace Pro watch and the arm heart rate monitor right from week 1 all the way through to race day. The incredible GPS accuracy and insane battery life has been just 2 of many incredible features on this watch. And for 1 more week only, you can get a free band with your purchase using the link in the description below. We'll talk more on that after the race. For now, let's get locked in and ready to go. Here we go then. We're going to get a very quick 5 to 10 minute warm-up done just down along here. This is obviously where we're going to be coming in miles 5, 6, 7-ish. I think, I don't know exactly. It was lovely and cool. The sun is just starting to break out and it feels like it did yesterday. So it's going to be a warm one. We'll see how we do. Right, straight into the action of this one. Absolutely buzzing. Cannot wait to get go. Start is just down here. Quick mile warm-up done, couple of strides thrown in there. Legs are a bit heavy, but I'm so pumped for this. Honestly, I'm so excited. It is warm. We're going to get this one done. Easy start, not easy start, cautious start. Let's do our best to finish strong. Come on.
Lo tenemos casi todo preparado. Lo tenemos casi todo preparado.
Go on, Andy. Yeah, I got him.
Come on, Dad! Yes, Dad!
Brilliant!
20k!
Right, the Insta360 has run out of battery. Apologies for the quality of the audio, but we've done it just over 75 minutes. That was brutal, but felt really good. I'll give you a proper race debrief shortly. For now, we've done it. So there we go. It's official. Alicante Half Marathon done. 1:15:05, I think. 13th place out of 2,781. I think I just checked the results. Third male 35 to 39 category. I will take that. I tell you what, Spanish races are the real deal. They are incredible. And I tell you what, I think makes a massive difference on why they're so fast. The concrete out here and the roads are so smooth. There's just like no potholes compared to the UK. So you're like almost guaranteed beautiful smooth tarmac. It was such a smooth course, but my word, it was absolutely brutal. Harder than I thought it would be. I did better than I thought I would. Obviously, I came here with the target of trying to beat my half marathon PB time of 1:13:54. On paper, I didn't achieve that. I did not achieve that. However, I am happy with the performance. Let's go through it. I'll explain why. And of course, we've got 7 days now until the next race. And I will just take this opportunity to say a huge thanks to COROS for sponsoring the training series and sponsoring this video. They've been absolutely incredible throughout the training series, and I'm so grateful to have had them on board, partnering with me throughout this training series. Obviously, I paid for this trip. This is fully funded by myself. They've not sponsored this particular trip, but they've helped me through the training series. And of course, leading up to the goal race, And I'm ever so grateful to have been provided the Pace Pro and of course the arm heart rate monitor leading into this race. The offer that they're providing you guys, which is a free band when you purchase the Pace Pro, will only be available for another week when you see this video. So make sure you hop on that if you've been loving what you've been seeing during the training series and of course the data throughout today's race as well. So grateful to COROS once again for sponsoring this video. So let's go through the race. So I started myself a little bit further back in the pack than I normally would. I don't trust myself to control myself at the start, so by putting myself back it forces me to get stuck in the traffic, and that's absolutely fine. It wasn't really until a kilometre at the base of the first slip road where we started the first part of the climb that I was able to kind of find a bit more space and just work around the outside and move up. But that was good. It kept everything controlled. I felt really relaxed in that first mile, and that's exactly what I wanted. Got on that slip road. That wasn't too bad really, to be honest with you. Clocked to 540 something, low 540s, and that felt really good. Very happy with that. We kind of go down a little bit and then we start that big long drag, that big climb, and that took me by surprise, if I'm honest with you. It's runnable. It's not as steep as I thought it would be, but it goes on. It really does go on. And I've got to be honest with you, I passed a lot of people up that hill as I was making my way forward through the pack. However, it was tough. I won't lie. I got to the top and I thought, ooh, blimey. But of course, you come over the other side and the natural instinct at that point is to not necessarily kick on, but just kind of find that rhythm, find your proper rhythm. This is what I've been telling myself. Get up the top of that hill, get around the backside of the mountain, and then find your rhythm. I found it a little bit early. I think I spit like a 5:19 mile at that point. Most of that was downhill, and that felt very controlled, very good, very happy with that. Then we had the small climb up the other side. That was really nothing, to be honest with you. And then we had that lovely long down. And at that point, I found a couple of runners to sit behind just for the next kilometre. I thought, don't waste any energy. It's a long race. You have told yourself that you know that there's shade and there's going to be shade in the town. This is the very exposed bit. Don't burn any matches here. You've done the hard work up the hill. Just cruise. They're running in the 5:30s. Just tick along with it. So I ticked along with it. That was really nice. Got down to the base of that, ran through on the lovely promenade along the front. That was absolutely wonderful. Go through town, a lovely flat section through town, wonderful crowd support, lovely cheers out the other side through this beautiful palm tree alley. Honestly, it just blew my mind how stunning it was all the way to the end. And at that point, this was a split off between the 10Ks that we're going to loop back and the half marathons that would then go up into town. I was running with a chap at that point who had a black vest on. You will see him, or you will have seen him a lot in the video. He was amazing. Me and him pushed each other all the way. If you're watching this, mate, I don't know if you are, but if you are, you were fantastic. I was so grateful to have you because it would have been so easy to drop off. My mind was wandering. I was getting hot and tired. I won't lie, the 10K split came just as we parted from the 10K runners, and I'll be honest with you, I was mentally kind of starting to check out a little bit. But as we kind of got into town and I was with that guy, the shade happened. Although we were going uphill, town is kind of very much, there are a couple of downhill bits, but you're very much zigzagging up through town. So it is and feels like a very gentle climb all the way through. There are, as I said, some nice downhill sections, but on the whole, you are doing a lot of climbing all the way to the top of town. It's very clever the way they do the run because it is very much a zigzag through and it's just gentle climbs all the way. And that felt really okay. I kind of got a second wind at that point, had some of my family in there. It was lovely to see them supporting me. And basically I knew that there was I think there was a bull ring at the top that we kind of get to and turn around. And I knew that was going to be quite a focal point because I knew a lot of it, the race was going to be downhill at that point. And surprise, surprise, as we climbed all the way up to there and we got to the top there, I was still with that guy in the black vest. I felt really good. I thought, oh my gosh, we've got like 4 miles to go. I actually feel pretty decent at this point. You're getting a second wind. You're going to be able to clock some 5:30s here and finish strong. And yeah, it felt really good. Turned the corner. I think I did run like a 5:30 something, I think for the 9th mile or 10th mile, I can't remember. But then there is a drag, and I'm telling you, it is a drag. From that point when you kind of get down, there's a drag all the way up. I think like the 10th or the 11th mile, I can't remember what it is. I think it's from like K16 to 17 and 18 beyond, I can't remember. Maybe 15 up. It felt like it went on for ages. A really slow and gentle incline. It was actually mile 11, I think, because I clocked to 5:51. And at that point, it was just kind of like there was me and him. We were passing runners. I did not get past once throughout the race. race. I was so pleased with how strong I felt, and this other guy that I was running with, he was from the Netherlands, by the way, just brilliant. We just kept pushing each other. We were picking off other runners. He'd say, let's get that runner, and I'd be like, yeah, let's get them, and we would just work together all the way through, and we got to the top there. I was absolutely cooked. And he was like, don't worry, it's a downhill final 4K. And it was a very gentle downhill. And this is my only regret, is that I wasn't able, I was too cooked to make the most of that final gentle downhill through town. I think I split 540 and 540 basically. And I'd love to have split some low 530s. But I just, at that moment in time, I didn't have it in me. The heat had got me. The hills had got me, and it was just about being strong and maintaining. I'm so, this is going to sound really cheesy, but I'm so proud of myself for being able to maintain, even though it's 540s, just maintain a decent pace. So many times in the past, I'd have dropped off massively, probably run 6+ miles, and just my race would have gone to pot. But I held on with this guy. We were just talking to each other. We came back down onto the front. There was another guy ahead of us. He was like, let's get that guy. We're better than him. And I was like, this is the positivity that I needed to hear. And I said, yes, let's get him. Poor chap then ended up throwing up, so we did go past him. So if he's watching, I hope you're okay. And yeah, we just finished together. He was stronger than me at the end. He had a bit of a kick, out-kicked me. I love having a good strong kick, but I just didn't have it today. It was about, at that moment in time, getting to the end strong. I think I finished in 5:28 per mile pace. And according to my watch, I ran 13.24 miles, so 0.13 of a mile longer than a half marathon. Everyone's readings, by the looks of it on Strava, seem to have gone on long, at least to 13.2 from what I can see. So I think, I'm not sure how accurately measured the course is, but honestly, I tell you what, it was absolutely unbelievable. And a final shout out to my family out on the course. They split up everywhere. They were filming me. I was so grateful. They were absolutely fantastic. Their cheering was amazing. That combined with the guy that I was running with, it just was the motivation I needed to get through. So I'm walking away from this training series very happy, in a really good place. I've got some flat and fast races coming up. I feel like in my training block with Linda Franks and Boddington, I've proved already my flat speed. This race was 460 odd foot, I think it was. So it was kind of a mid-range. It wasn't flat, obviously, but it wasn't super hilly. There was just some stingers in there. And honestly, it was just too hilly to get into a really fast rhythm. But I tell you what, the training effect I'll get from this race in this heat will be absolutely fantastic. There are some heat signs. Alicante has a few boards around town, electronic boards that tell you the temperatures, and I think I went past one around sort of like 11 miles. I saw it down a side street. It said like 18 degrees. And I thought, I've never in my life been this strong at the end of a hot race in the summer at 18 degrees. So I know I'm making progress, and I'm going to bank this one and move on. So, for the final time, a massive thanks to COROS for sponsoring the training series. A massive thanks to you guys. A massive thanks to my family. And just, yeah, another mind-blowing experience. I can't wait to get back at it, because in 7 days' time, I'm going to be racing the Bourton 10K, and then a week after that, the Newport Half Marathon. So we've got more races coming, and I'm super excited for it. Guys, thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this video, I really appreciate it. I'll make sure I leave a link to the other 2 races that I've done during this training series, the Boddington 10 and the Linda Franks 5, and I'll see you guys over on one of those.